Hello, Prim friends. My sister-in-law and I took a trip down to Curry's Antiques this morning, and I just had to bring you here for her spring open house. Again, there are so many wonderful things happening here in Ohio this weekend, this last weekend in April. Look at all that yarrow dried and hanging on the beams. But this is, if you aren't going to travel all the way up into our area, up into the northern part of Ohio for the simple goods and earlier times and Seville Antiques shows, there's something a little bit further south. This shop is in Lancaster, Ohio, and I will make sure that the street address is on the screen and in the description as well. Ginny just has such an amazing collection, amazing eye for these pieces, and then has these wonderful handmade goods that are added as well. So here the wreaths are lovely. Look at that beautiful fireplace, and this one here over the fireplace with the Kippy bunny. Just gorgeous. The green onion bottle. And then here are the Kippy bunnies with the babies, the mama. She adorable. The amount of time and effort that goes into making her. She's 185. Beautiful baskets, paintings, very early lighting. There's a weighted light, and then look at that amazing apothecary in that early red paint. You can see a lot of the early paint colors here too on this cabinet. Love that splash of color there with those what look like robin egg blue eggs, and then here you've got the blue in the 6 drawer case. Goodness. So this shop, just for reference, is about 2 hours from Seville Antiques. Her open house is today, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I believe the hours are 10 till 2, but does open by appointment. These wonderful barrels.
Oh, you looking for my wife? Yeah. She's back that way somewhere.
Another amazing apothecary here as well. Trying not to have my camera over. Look at that wonderful ware on the front of that cupboard. And that great old brown. Beautiful. And it's a corner cupboard. And the wonderful pantry boxes and buckets up above. This window area that Ginny has here in the shop is always, no matter what season it is, always such a beautifully staged area. Look at the size of those bunnies. Just adorable. More of those wonderful cabinets, always with that early original paint on them. Really exceptional pieces. It's a nice tote with the green, and then here into this room. So you do want to let your eyes, let the lighting adjust a bit. And a gorgeous step back cupboard. I can see from my camera that the lighting is just really making these pieces glow. Another one of those lovely wreaths. Another Kippy bunny with this little carrot. That's it. Interesting. Oh, it's a pickle dipper spoon. Seriously? What on earth? Pickle dipper. Well, I've never seen one of those before. I'll have to... There's looks like a noodle board back there. There's a double door cabinet, and then a large, goodness, maybe a shop. Brings back memories of the Christmas Story and the Scrooge, perhaps doing his accounting at a desk like that. I was talking to my husband last night. We have so many viewers, friends, watchers that are coming into town from all over. And there's a little part of Winnie the Pooh where he talks about that wiggle that he gets before he even reaches into the honey. And I guess what I just want to mention to so many is, you're on your way, you're coming, you're getting ready to see the shows. Who knows what you might find or what you might purchase, or maybe nothing. But the anticipation, the experience, who you're traveling with, take it all in, because that's really the biggest part of the treasure. Not even the pieces that you leave with. It's just the memories of the travel, of where you went, of what you saw, of the friends you made. And I do feel these things are treasures. But I talk about the stuff so much that I just kind of wanted to mention that it's that wiggle inside, that anticipation, that excitement. That's really the gift of hunting for all of this stuff, in my humble opinion anyway. Oh, there's a little bunny in there, and some of these painted pieces are just lovely, really beautifully done, and that's weighted, really cute. Really pretty wallpaper box and a rye basket here inside. Nice. Whole collection of the beautiful leather-bound books, and a mortar and pestle above. And then look at this amazing mantle here, and this double wall box with the tombstone top based on that shape. Love these candles. I love those. Very early look. And a very unique triangle shaped box. I will try to ask Jenny what that is, or what the story is with that. carved deacon's bench. Again, another beautiful, almost like a Spanish brown single door cabinet. And another amazing 16 drawer apothecary. And a Kippy bunny. Oh goodness, and look at this one. The wreath with the clay pots and then the little bunnies on the inside. Oh goodness, that's adorable. More of the leather books. Oh, what a sweet painting. She does have the lemon cypress topiaries. And here are these beautiful red wool capes. Oh, there's that blue again. I know I've mentioned in several of our videos this blue trunk. I have a blue trunk in my shop that we just brought in this morning that has snipe hinges. I reached out to John Melby, who's really just a renowned expert in New England on antiques, and right away got a message back. 1770s, 1790s snipe hinges. What a great piece. Something to that effect, but definitely the 1790s. So when I get to the shop, I will make sure to have you see that, but it is in the blue, like the blue that's behind me here. Look at that amazing dry sink with the cupboard above. Wow. Little, perhaps water barrels. Gorgeous cupboard. And this sweet little mouse in the early shoe. That looks like maybe a little rose or a tulip with her. Another, it's beautiful. Is a spotted horse called a pinto? I'm trying to remember from my days as a kid reading books about horses. Check out that single door cupboard at the end there. It just glows. She does have a squirrel cage. It's referred to that way. It's not actually a squirrel cage, but it's for winding yarn or string on. And it just resembles like what a squirrel cage would have looked like running around there, but it's just a way of winding. Oh, cute. Another beautiful cabinet with the couple of drawers. And here are these for the spoon holders. This sweet little bunny. Another mama bunny. Oh, look how cute. And this one, look at the little squirrel here. Gosh. Oh. I can't get him to stand up with one hand here. Look at the dried dried lemons, and this is a beautiful cabinet back here too. Goodness. $5.95. That's gorgeous. The cinnamon eggs. Another beautiful desk here in the corner. And then these wonderful, gorgeous aprons and bonnets. Check out this end wall. Look at that fireplace mantle and the wreath above. Wow. Look at the size of that. That beautiful pheasant in the wreath. Look at this. Like the little candle nubbies. And here more of the smalls. Here the little cups are they're beautiful. Bowl rack up here. So if you come during the, I'm not sure if it's the Christmas or the fall, but some of them, if you watch Jenny's Curry's Antiques page on Facebook, she does have her home open on occasion for home tours. So that is definitely something to watch for, because you can come and actually walk through Jenny's home. And if you think the shop is amazing, which it is, to see everything put together in her home is incredible. And that triangle-shaped wooden piece that we saw inside in the shop, I did ask Jenny about that, and she said in the old covered wagons, it was a riser that was set out for the children to be able to eat off of. So it was their table, and they could sit around that to share their meals.